Congratulations on your win. How does it feel?
It feels great. I'm really happy to beat a boxer who everyone thought would beat me.
The respect after the wall?
There was respect. We came and we hugged each other in the changing rooms. But then after, he put a post of him saying that he should have won that fight. And then after, I was like, okay, this guy's delusional. I don't know what's going on with him. So then I put some posts of me beating him up.
Did you ever doubt yourself going into this fight?
No, I never really doubted myself. There was a few thoughts before the fight because everyone came up to me saying this guy's dangerous, this guy's good. A lot of people in the sky never believed I'd win. A lot of people didn't believe I'd win. He had 23 fights, only lost one, 20 knockouts. But if you look at who he fought and who I fought, you realize I was destined to win. But you know, when people speak and it gets in your mind, it gets you thinking. But I stuck back to my religion. I said I'd done my prayers, I prayed to Allah, and I prayed for my victory and I should win.
In the build-up, there was a moment where you said that you really hated him, his arrogance.
Oh, yeah,
you wanted to hurt him.
Yeah, of course.
So I was a little bit surprised that you were that emotive. Do you think that helped you?
It was a bit of 50-50, a bit of me faking it to try and get in his mind game. He started saying stuff about my dad's accent. He tried to mock it. I think that just felt like he's a bit arrogant, a bit rude. You shouldn't do that. I should be focused on us. And the way he spoke about himself, how he'd give me an ass whooping and, you know, I'm going to whip his ass. That's what he would say. But yeah, it annoyed me a bit and how arrogant it was. The truth is, the reason I was so angry at the weigh-in was because I was worried about my weight. Because I weighed myself at the hotel and I was fine. And then I weighed on their scales and I was a bit over. So I was panicking. I was worried. I was more worried about the weight if I'm going to make it because I don't embarrass myself and be overweight. But alhamdulillah, the scales were fine and I did actually make weight. But I was just still focused on that weight. So that's why I was so serious.
You mentioned that you were going to destroy the illusion of the so-called magician. Was it all smoke and mirrors, or can he bang as well?
Oh, he definitely can bang. I felt his punch. I think I've got a bruised rib still from his fight. He gave me one nice right straight to the body. I felt it, but I acted like it was nothing. I think that was round 4 or 5. But yeah, he can bang. I know why he's got 20 knockouts.
Do you still feel that his knockout record is overbloated? He's not fought proper people, or?
I mean, everyone he's knocked out, I believe I can knock out.
When did you fall into boxing? Because you were clearly too young to want to do it yourself and go about it yourself.
For me, it seemed like eating. It was like something I had to do because I was born and I started boxing. So I thought it was natural. This is my life. This is what I got to do. I didn't really enjoy it. I could say at points in my life as amateur, I kind of hated it because I see all my friends going out with their friends and sleeping over. I did none of that. So I hated it. Didn't really like it. I hate going to the gym. I hate training. But I still did it, but it still was part of me that I never wanted to lose. Even though I hate it, I still didn't want to lose. So I still make sure I'd win, and I train hard. But then slowly, as I got older, I became to love boxing. I saw the respect I received from it, and I just hated losing. I wanted to be a champion. I wanted to win. I won a few amateur titles, English champion, GB champion, and then I turned pro. My main plan was go uni first, finish uni, and then think about going pro. But my dad brought someone to me and said, Zach, listen, before you go uni, we can get a contract with, so he took me to get a contract with Frank Warren. And I said, okay, this is good money. I could do both. So I did both, went to uni and turned pro. And that's when I started loving boxing. I started saying, okay, I started seeing people, working 9 to 5s. And I was like, that's not the life I want. I don't want to just look forward to a weekend.
What's your motivational factor?
My motivation is I want to be able to do whatever I want when I want. I don't want someone to tell me, you can't do this, or you have to be here at this certain time to work and work a couple of hours. Freedom is a big part because I never had a lot of freedom growing up. I had my curfew from the age of 16 till the age of 16 was 1:30 p.m. So I'd beg my friends to see me at 8 o'clock in the morning on weekends so I can hang out with them for a couple of hours because I have to be home at a certain time to eat certain food and training. So yeah, I had some good friends who would see me at 8 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday.
You were a chemistry teacher during lockdown?
I was a supply teacher. I teach every single subject. I taught chemistry, maths, science, physics, music, history. I taught everything. Whatever they needed me to do, I came in and did it.
How important do you think it is to have something to fall back on?
Actually, I haven't told anyone here, but I'm not sure if you can see, I've got a scar here. And this actually happened last year, no, 2 years ago. I threw a left hook and my bicep tore off and it went up here. And honestly, we thought I was going to have to finish boxing. I was like, shit, I'm going to have to go back to teaching. I thought I was done with boxing. But no, alhamdulillah, to have the surgery, healed up well, and I'm stronger than ever. If you look at my fight with Zak Chelli, they told me I wasn't meant to fight for 9 months. That fight was 7 months after operation, or 6 months after operation. I still managed to stop him. So my mum always said to me, Zach, I want you to go uni, get a degree, plan B. It's very important.
Was this your hardest test so far? Didn't look it.
It didn't look. I beat this guy better than how I beat Jermaine Brown. I think because this fight, I didn't try going looking for a knockout. In my mind, I didn't think I was going to knock him out, or maybe I thought a good punch would catch him. But my mind was win every round, and that's what I did. I tried to win every round, and it worked out well. I don't know what my toughest fight was. I think they're all pretty even. It depends how I go in my mindset. I believe it's all mindset boxing. I say like, what do they say, 50% mindset, 50% how hard you worked.
If there was a stage in your career where you felt that to get to that world champion level, you needed to bring somebody else in as your coach, would that be something that's on the cards, or is it a case that you stick with your dad all the way throughout?
No, my dad really just wants me to be a world champion. I know a lot of people, the trainers will come, they want you to be a world champion for their own name and they want to get some money from you, or a manager. I manage myself now because I've had a few managers in the past who just want to make money off me. So I manage myself, keep all the money myself. My dad doesn't really want anything from me. He just wants me to be a champion. So yeah, but he's always said if there's someone better, he'd want to bring him in and part of the team and train him. Because at the moment we do have a few guys. I've got another guy called Tony Lucas. Because he's a big guy, he makes me work. He's really good at pads as well, good body. So what my dad does with him sometimes, he'll come on a Sunday. We'll do 5 rounds with him, 5 rounds with me on the pads. So 5 rounds with my dad, 5 rounds with Tony, because it helps out with my fitness as well. So my dad does bring other people in who he'll believe will help me out become the champ.
I was with a prominent boxing coach on the night of your fight, and he thought that Sims was going to win, and he said Zak Chelli can be quite basic at times. Do you think that's a fair assessment?
It's because this is what they've seen. They don't really know me. People who have sparred with me, who like the high level, like John Ryder, Joshua Buatsi, Liam Williams, they know I can actually box. I'm not just a puncher. I'm not just basic. They've only seen me be basic because I fought basic boxers. When I fight with someone that's basic, I end up just trying to take them out because I'm like, why I want to waste my time trying to be technical with these guys.
You fought for Team GB?
Yeah, when I won an English title at 13 years old, and 14 years old I won it again. And then because I won it at 14, they took me to Ukraine to fight for the World Championships. I think I came 9th in the world. I was there with Adele Riley as well, who was in Team GB in Ukraine. It's crazy times. And then, yeah, then I lost in the English finals with Ben Whitaker, the youth English finals, but I got robbed. It was a split decision. So then we fought again in the Three Nations, and I beat him unanimous. And I became GB champion at age 2015. And then, yeah, I carried on boxing. And then I beat him, and then I knocked him down. I dropped him in sparring, and they still picked him for the Commonwealth Games. So there's a lot of bias in boxing, especially amateur boxing, because it's up north in Sheffield. They usually pick all the Northerners. So I was like, you know what, I might just turn pro. Enough of this. I just didn't really enjoy it too much with the Team GB. And they all think they know the best. They think they're the best that they know everything. And that's what. And they said, oh, we picked him because he's got a more amateur style, you got a more pro style. But I said, if my style wins, who cares?
And your amateur record?
I think it was 46 fights, 40 wins. So not too bad.
So what's next for you? Where do you want
to? The end goal is to be a world champion. So WBC, WBA, IBO. Not IBO, that's a crap one, isn't it? I don't know. I'll have it anyway. Any world title belt would be great. I'd be happy with. But of course, hopefully now after this, I don't actually know what's after this. I'm going to have a meeting with Sky or Boxer and see what's next. Because at the moment, I'm number 2 in Britain. Number 18 in the world. I don't know what's next, but we'll see.
And you said John Ryder's
fighting Canelo. If he loses, he retire. I'll take that number 1 place. So I don't know, we'll see.
What's the dream fight?
It's Canelo, of course. Quick payday, retire early than I need to. Well, of course, I'd focus on beating him. Imagine if I beat him, then the sky's the limit. I could just keep all the belts. That'd be the quick dream done. And you undisputed world champion. I'm happy with just being a world champion. Undisputed, that's even better.
Who's your favourite boxer of all time?
All time has got to be Muhammad Ali. I know it's pretty basic, but yeah, of course. Not because of what he's done in boxing, of course, outside of boxing as well. The way he used to speak, the character he was. And Mike Tyson. I like Mike Tyson for his boxing. The way he's just ruthless and knocked out everyone. So the two champs, Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali, that's my 2 favourite ones.
How important have boxers been to your success up to date? And they seem to be really doing a lot for the grassroots.
It's been great. Ever since I won that boxer tournament in 2020, yeah, they helped me out a lot. And then after, they keep calling me, and they're very good. They're trusty people. Like I was with Frank Warren. I was promised 5 fights here. He only gave me 3. Then Eddie Hearn, he robbed me of a win. I got a draw with Zak Chelli. I should have won that fight. So yeah, they've been great, and I trust them a lot. No matter what I say to them, they'll deliver.
Closing off, I mean, great setup here. This is the place where you train most often. 31 in one.
10 minutes away from my house. So yeah, I train here. 10-minute walk. So yeah, I train here the most. We're here on Sundays for sparring. 31-1. Khadija, the owner, she's been great. I have them on my shorts, on my logo. So yeah, they've been a great club. I really appreciate them letting me use this club to train.
Is there anything else you want to add in this interview?
I don't know. I just can't wait to be world champion, inshallah. That's it.
But how soon do you think you're going to get out again?
Hopefully after Ramadan, so January, April, maybe May or June. So I'm hoping for, and hopefully it'll be a nice big title. Maybe Lauren Richards, because that fight pulled out. Maybe now he'll Actually, I don't think he'll want to fight me even less now, won't he? I don't know who then. I'll fight anyone. If they ever bring me, man. If John Ryder pulls out for Canelo, I'll take it.